I wish to parlay.
Let's parlay this into some Chiefs talk. We take on
Some
the
Chiefs parlay.
New England
Nah,
Patriots.
is it New England?
What else would there
Not,
be?
It's not
not
old
old. It's
England.
not old England.
It is. It is not.
All right.
It's just England.
It's the England Patriots.
Some injuries to talk about here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco, non-participant, as well as Donovan Smith on both days, Wednesday and Thursday this week. Donovan Smith, his position has already been absorbed by Wanya Morris. He will be our starting left tackle moving forward, barring injury. And Isaiah Pacheco, he's got one more day to prove to the staff that he can practice and play. Most likely, he's going to be out this week as well due to that shoulder contusion that he had surgery on in the offseason.
He had surgery on a bruise.
Well, he had surgery on the shoulder, and that shoulder is now bruised.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
It's hurt
Mike
to run like he
Edwards.
does if it's bruised, man. Chill out there, Pac-10.
Also, Mike Edwards probably going to be out this week unless he can practice tomorrow. He's a non-participant due to illness, so non-injury related. He definitely could practice on Friday, but if he does not, he will be out.
He will be fine.
Good news, a player back, Leo Chanel, is back in practice today, being Thursday. So we should have no issues with the linebacking core moving forward because Drew Tranquil also returned and can be activated from, or has at least opened up his window from concussion protocol.
Love to hear that.
Opened up his window, huh?
Don't you
Wide
open up
open.
that window.
Oh.
Also, in returning news, Justin Ross is available.
Let's go. He's about to have his 8 touchdowns like I called at the beginning of the year. Right now. This is the moment. This is his stretch.
Just has a hell of a stretch.
I wouldn't mind it. Listen, you're giving
you wouldn't mind it. Shit.
You're giving 20, 30 reps to MVS. You're giving 20, 30 reps to Sky Moore. Take away all of those reps for them. Give them all to Justin Ross, and let's see what the guy can do.
At least in the red zone, man. He is a big target.
Totally. Take away their reps.
I agree, but put him in the red zone. That is another red zone target. We have struggled in there this season. Let's see what he can do. What's the worst that can happen? The same
guy
shit
doesn't
that's
know the
already been
playbook.
happening.
Who cares? Just
Weird.
Throw it up to him.
Like Patrick Mahomes uses the playbook anyways.
We are really bad in the red zone.
It's horrific.
Is that because we don't have Jody Fortson?
Have we had Jody Fortson in previous seasons? No.
At least he was there supporting the guys. That had to mean something to him.
Supporting the guys. That's what it's all about.
What are you guys expecting to see on Sunday against a very good Patriots defense and our blunder of an offense?
I'm honestly expecting to see a pretty low scoring game. But our defense is going to shut them up completely, pretty much. They may get 2 field goals out of it all, but more than likely we're going to have a very, very subpar day on offense and not get things on track.
Yeah, this probably won't be a game to highlight, a game to go back and watch, or a game to focus on this weekend. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be chippy. It's going to be defense. But I still, with all the problems that we have, I still think our offense is better than the Patriots' offense. And on top of that, I think our defense is better than their defense. So you got 2 sides of football that I think are superior to the Patriots. We've said that with some other teams before.
Yep.
But it's not, I mean, like Sean, it's not going to be high scoring. It's not gonna catch a lot of attention. There's not gonna be a lot of fun highlights. It's going to be dirty. It's going to be run heavy. It's going to be just gritty football.
A lot of Clyde Edwards-Helaire toting the rock.
Bill Belichick. I mean, we're going to see a healthy amount of McKinnon too. I mean, we were able to mix him in plenty last week. So
What I want to see, this is definitely something that I don't expect to see, but we've got 4 games remaining against 4 pretty bad teams, to be completely honest. We're going up against 4 backup quarterbacks and outside of New England, bad teams overall, including their defense. What I want to see in these 4 games before we get to the playoffs is we've done a really good job of making sure we've got Rashee Rice integrated into the offense. He's now getting 80% of the snaps. Fantastic. That's exactly what we've been wanting to see. Now we need to start phasing players out. Guys who aren't going to be around next year, guys who aren't going to help us in the playoffs. Richie James, you've been injured. You've not gotten very many snaps. We either need to integrate him or phase him completely out. Sky Moore has proven that he's not capable of playing, at least on the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe he can go play for another bad team like the Panthers because they don't have anybody. Go and lose every single game. That's fine. Phase him out. MVS has proven that he cannot be accountable and should not be on this team after this season. Phase him out. Let's get Justin Ross in. Let's get Noah Gray in. Let's run some 12-man personnel. Let's get the offense shored up with the personnel that we want to be using moving into the playoffs. Whether it's Justin Ross or not, I don't care, but let's start phasing out some of the junk. Maybe Richie James needs to be part of this offense. He's shown that he can turn something into nothing with a horrific Giants team last season.
Something into nothing, yeah.
Hey, he was wide receiver number 8 on the at the beginning of the season.
Turn nothing into something.
Or turn nothing into something. Whatever. He was wide receiver number 8 starting on the Giants last year. We were super excited for him coming in prior to the injury to get integrated into this offense. I guarantee you he can do a lot better than Sky Moore and MVS. If it's not going to be Justin Ross, let's get him in. We need to start removing snaps from players, and it needs to start this week in week 15 against the Patriots. Let's start phasing some dudes out.
So your plan is to phase these guys out? That's all it is? Completely phase them out?
Get them out.
Phase, set, done.
Practice squad. Get them out.
That's how far you're going with it?
Well, they can't actually go on the practice squad, but
still.
Scout team. Sorry, scout team. They should be part of the scout team. That's about as far as they should go. Put a yellow bib on them on the sidelines. You can't ever get in. Stay over there.
Some of those guys are going to need a break sometime.
Don't need it.
MVS
should have been working on your
card. MVS is still
2
bound
for
to have
20.
his 100-yard game.
He's not. 2 for 20.
We're not in the playoffs yet. Exactly. He hasn't had it yet. He's waiting.
You still sticking to that, Tybo? Is MVS still getting his one more 100-yard game?
You're not thinking about this properly, man. Think about this. All these drops. He's going to catch a deep ball in the biggest moment of the season.
I was just about to say, though, like he's had the opportunity to get 1 or 2 100-yard games if he would just catch a damn football. But no, I do. We are notorious for sticking with the guys that we got. So they're going to give him another shot. He's going to be in another moment where if he catches a ball, we're going to win a game. And if he drops it, we lose. So
yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen, which is why we should get him out of there and at least give somebody else a shot who has a potential of sticking around next season.
He will make one.
I just think
this year.
It's not the answer next year for this problem is not in-house. I mean, like Rashee Rice is one of our guys, but the answer to the receiving core is not with our team right now. It's either
I don't disagree,
or it's some crazy move in free agency because I mean this group of guys cannot get it done.
No, I don't disagree. I'm just saying, like, listen, if you're not going to be on the team next year and you're clearly not helping us this year, there's no reason for you to be here. There's no reason for us to continue to use you. maybe as a backup. Like,
There's a
listen, if
whole
somebody goes down,
there's a whole bunch of politics around how much money guys are making and how much playing time that they need to have per their contract. So like the guys, you're not gonna see a big change up. I'm just you might be asking for it. It might be the right thing to do, but you're probably not gonna get it.
oh, that's why I did caveat at the beginning. I don't think it's going to happen. But these are the things like you guys want. We all want the Chiefs to win a Super Bowl. I don't think it's going to happen because of these reasons, because it's not going to change. You guys still think it's going to happen because you're homers and unrealistic, and that's totally fine.
It is totally realistic because MVS
Our
is going
blind
to
our
have
blind
that
mites are gonna
moment.
find their nuts in the playoffs. Blind squirrels, whatever the hell you want to call them.
All right. So, Tybo, you said this game is going to be really gritty, probably super low scoring. Sean, are you thinking the same thing? What are we? Because this New England offense is hot garbage. Even with Bailey Zappi putting up 20 plus points last week against the horrific Pittsburgh Steelers, Juju was a light participant in practice both days so far. Has the ability to be able to play against us. Do you see them still finding that spark from last week, or just getting absolutely rampaged by our defense?
Well, I believe, as I said before, Tybo went crazy there, that I believe their offense will score possibly 2 field goals all game. That's about it.
Zeke eat again this week?
Zeke does not eat again this week. He'll get about 45 yards on 15 carries.
So our run defense actually shows up for once, or
For once.
For once, yeah. We're going to get it together against these guys because we just don't like Zeke.
we
He's
don't?
old. He's slow.
We don't like the Patriots.
That's fair. This is the first time that we're playing the Patriots in the noon hour since Tom Brady tore his ACL.
I don't like what you did there.
What did I do? What do you mean what I did there?
That could mean another horrific injury for anybody in this game.
That could.
Don't
I
like
didn't
that.
I didn't think about that.
You brought that energy onto us now.
I think you brought it. I was just pointing out that we haven't played them since
I
then.
didn't say anything about it. You brought it up.
You guys are both perpetuating the energy, so shut up.
Who do we need to watch this week? Who are some players that we really need to watch their performance?
Me. I'm gonna be calling plays. I'm gonna be
He's
the
gonna
guy.
be on his couch. You
Might
gotta
be
watch
better
this
than Matt
video
Nagy.
tape.
I
Gotta
am.
watch-
I am.
I am. Okay.
I am better than Matt Nagy. I'm a better player caller than Andy Reid.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Take that one to the bank.
That's why he's on here talking about the Chiefs instead of coaching them. Exactly.
I'm just waiting for my shot. I'm waiting on the phone call.
Andy, hit the guy up.
They have your number. I'm gonna have to go ahead and watch Nick Bolton. He came back last week. I want to see how he's going again this week with the run stop, especially going up against Zeke. I feel like Zeke had a good week last week. He's projected to have a pretty good week this week as well. I think our linebackers are finally coming back together. Look for him to have a big game. Outside of just that, he's going to be a major factor in this whole entire game. We got our green dot back. Let's see what he does out there. I'm excited to see him back. And Drew Tranquil is already mixed in with this defense a little bit more. So get all the linebackers we can out there. Let's see what can happen.
For me, defensive line has been one of our weak points over the last 3-4 weeks running. I think they in these next 4 weeks finally get it back together, get on the same page before we go into the playoffs. I am going with George Karlaftis, a guy who's been pretty quiet over the last few weeks. He's created some pressure, but realistically hasn't done enough, especially from what we saw last year.
Did he have a
Comparatively,
sack last week?
I said he's been fairly quiet. I didn't say he was completely silent. He's been fairly quiet, especially compared to last year and the pressures that he was able to create. So I think he gets back on the right track this week. I'm calling 2 sacks for George Karlaftis.
Wow. 2 full sacks.
I'll go ahead and give you a player. I already said his name earlier in the show. As long as he's healthy, Jerick McKinnon is a weapon on offense that the defense should definitely be accounting for, but I don't think they will. Look for the short, drawn out passes near the goal line from Mahomes to McKinnon. At least 2.
Okay. Keys to the game.
Tybo already said it was going to be a dirty game, so I'm just going to say make it clean as possible. Clean up all the penalties. You're having about 10 a game. You're not going to get anywhere with that. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
I'm going to go with utilize the running backs and Noah Gray. Let's get a lot of 12 personnel out there. Let's utilize Noah Gray as he's not going to garner a lot of pressure or coverage from the DBs and linebackers. But I think most importantly, let's start utilizing our running backs, whether it is Jerick McKinnon, whether it is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Let's get them running flat routes. Let's get them running wheel routes. Let's get the screen game this week that Tybo called for last week. Let's get those boys involved because we clearly don't throw the ball down the field. So let's get it behind the line of scrimmage and let them create those yards after catch. And that will open up the space for anything else that needs to be provided throughout the game. There you go. Let's get to picking this Chiefs-Patriots game real quick. We do have some Saturday games. This one was supposed to be Monday night and got flexed back into the noon hour on Sunday. Let's see. What's the order? What's the order again? Am I picking first? Is that right?
Hors d'oeuvres. Yeah, I'm going last.
Yeah.
And that's right. All right, I'm going first again. The Chiefs will head into Gillette Stadium, take on the Patriots, who are 7.5-point dogs at home. Vegas has set a widespread for this. I don't know why. I'm taking the Chiefs to win, but the Pats to cover.
But I don't know why.
I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chiefs to cover.
Chiefs,
for sure.
Baby! Fuck you and your hating ass, bro. You're not even a fan. You like to talk about us. You like to criticize us, but you have no hope. You have nothing positive to say, and you don't even pick us. You don't even pick the Chiefs.
So we're going to win. Not against the spread. No, but we're not covering 7.5.
We got them by 8. We got them by 8.
Minimum.
You guys are wild. You guys are wild. Well, that game is taking place on Sunday at noon. Like I said, we've got some Saturday games now that college football is into the bowl season. You guys excited for Saturday games?
Oh, season. No.
It's a Saturday game. I'm still gonna watch, but it's Saturday.
I'm going to the Christmas game.
Oh. Someone will be in town. That'll be nice.
I'm in and I'm out.
That's not nice.
I'm leaving Tuesday morning.
Wow. Sad. Well, we're leaving right now. Check us out at the next week as we recap the happenings from Chiefs Patriots. Until next time.
Go Chiefs!
Go Chiefs!